Good day, fellas. I hope you are ready for your daily dose of skill. And today we are going to play with STK2, which is Japanese Tier 11 Heavy Tank. Or as community call it, Stinker 2. I haven't made this up. I am telling you, this is straight up what community says. Listen, the Type 71 is gorgeous. Type 71 is absolutely amazing and it is great. On the other hand, STK2 is far away from being the same. I feel like STK2 shapes are just simply rough, and the tank can get penetrated way easier than Type 71, plus this cooling mechanic. Oh boy, we will talk about that in a second. But now, first of all, let's check out the armor module of this tank, shall we? So the armor module, where this vehicle goes, on the flat ground, it looks like this. You have obviously cupola that can get penetrated, and look at this crazy weak spot. It is insanity. So pretty much all you can do, you can play hold down with this tank, right? Imagine you are hiding this. Imagine you are hiding this and this is what you want to do. If you can get into the level like this, you can feel kind of powerful. If it is not the case, then you are sitting in quite a stinky situation, if you know what I mean. Also quite an interesting thing where the heat ammunition goes. There is plenty of the folks with 340 hits. And if they are just tiny touch above you, your armor is completely disappearing. Which is a very weird stuff, fellas. Where the armor goes of this vehicle, it did not impress me anyhow. It's just, in my opinion, this is the tank which is created to play hold down, and you can try to side scrap while crossing your fingers that enemies won't realize that they can actually penetrate you with a proper heat ammunition into the side. At least that's what I am thinking about. Let's see how the 340 heat is looking like. 330 heat, yeah, you can. It's not that bad. Honestly, on the paper, the tank feels better. I can tell you that much, fellas. On the paper, the tank looks better. I am looking now into this armor and I'm thinking, oh my bananas. Meanwhile, I have played with this tank quite a bit. I have played 15 games and I had awful performance, although I've been playing with this tank stock, okay? I need to admit that. 3.8 thousand damage, 200 assisting damage, which is very bad for a tier 11 standards for me personally. But once again, we were grinding the field modifications. We were trying to figure out what is the proper way to grind it, and keep this in mind that all information like this is in the index page, so you can see what is the right route to get the field modifications, like from Sector A to Sector B to Sector C to Sector D. At least, in my opinion, this is what I think, right? So, that being said, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, what is the mechanic of this tank skill? I do not understand. Why are you complaining? What is wrong with you? So now let's go back for a second to the Type 71. Type 71 has very simple mechanic, actually two mechanics. Better gun depression whenever you are going on the slower speeds, and in the same time you have a mechanic that 2 seconds or 3 seconds after you fired, you are having way better accuracy. Now, pay attention at this mother trucking tank. Your accuracy is decreasing after each shot, so in the same time you are kind of getting a debuff with this vehicle, believe me or not. And pretty much after each shot, your tank is becoming less accurate, right? This is a heat meter. Whenever a heat meter is going to the bottom, it's completely fine, it is okay, everything is Gucci, you are accurate. If your heat meter is higher up, obviously your accuracy is looking different and you are less likely to hit your shots. I think on the paper, Wargaming just simply messed it up, and I think all they needed to do in order to make this mother trucking tank success, at least in my opinion, all they needed to do for a full happiness is to not to give that much of the penalty whenever you are shooting non-stop. I will translate. Why would you be playing with this tank whenever you can be playing with T803 and you are actually getting better DPM whenever you keep firing? Your tank feels buffed, right? You feel like you can actually make quite a bit of the pressure in this way and whatnot. This is how it feels like. We are, on the other hand, with this tank, it feels like you are a tank with which you can play hold down, and pretty much only hold down, at least in my opinion. And in the same time, you are getting a bit of the... You are getting slapped quite a bit for playing quite aggressively, or I supposed to say for using your DPM. You know what I'm saying? It's just weird. It is just simply weird. This is my attitude on this. Maybe I am the special mother trucker over there, and maybe I just simply do not get something, but I think that the tank is weak, okay? We had a kind of extensive discussion in the stream as well where this vehicle goes, and obviously whenever you have a top tank it feels tiny touch better. I definitely cannot deny it, but just to think about it, after you fired once, fellas, after you fired once with a tank, you need to wait like 8 seconds after you finish it reloading in order to have like an advantage of this tank, which would be you are having a laser shot or you have a very, very good shot. You know what I mean? It is pretty insane if you would ask me. And in the same time, I'm telling you, whenever you are playing with a tank like this, right, the gun handling feels kind of interesting. And by saying kind of interesting, I believe you understand what I'm saying, right? Kind of interesting. Now, all in all, the alpha damage of this tank isn't awful. It's 480 alpha damage. All in all, on the paper at least, for me this tank sounded very, 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 very good. But in reality, it just doesn't live the expectations for me personally. Maybe I am just spoiled brat, which could be possibility. But I do not dig this tank, okay? Even though we are gaming at this point in time. That's very nice. That is very nice. Okay, can we farm some more? Can we farm some more? This is the question. We should be able to. Obviously, if you can see clearly that we are aiming for more damage over there. I don't care that this contriever would slap me. I just don't care. All I am trying to do, I'm trying to do a bit more damage in this type of situation, and we are going to be okay. Really? Really, game. Really. Okay, fair play. First battle, half of the trouble, fellas. First battle for a YouTube whenever I'm focusing 100%. We are gaming and we are feeling okay. You know what I think would be more interesting thing with this tank? If it would have some sort of... I think only one thing what this tank is asking for is to have a faster heating mechanism, that you don't need to wait 8 seconds after you finish your reload. And I am talking about the top version of the tank whenever you research everything. you would simply get laser accuracy like 4 seconds after you finish at reloading, something like this, and it's okay. I think that Wargaming tried to research the bicycle, and I think they misfired with this one. But that's only me, and maybe I'm the special one. Also could be possibility. Maybe I do not know what I'm talking about, and the tank is absolutely amazing, right? So all in all, 6,000 damage, we are second by experience, first by the damage, and we made quite a bit of the credits as well, hip hip hooray. Now, I must admit that I am not playing with the top version of this vehicle yet, right? Although the difference is not that crazy whenever you have researched most of the stuff over there, you know, because we have researched most of the stuff, so it's all right. There is nothing to cry about. Let's keep it up and let's try to make it work. And I can promise you that whenever I experienced it, whenever I played with this tank, you know, I tried to figure out, I was playing with my hawk eyes like this, you know, and I read the chat, and the chat is, oh, yup, tararai, what a disgusting tank, everything is bad and awful. And you know what? I understand why, and I truly think that it is a downgrade tier to tier from Type 71. I truly believe in that. Obviously, we are going to play some more games with it, and we will see where this tank is ending up in the hierarchy of the tier 11s, but yeah. Nothing to write books about, maybe even disappointment. And obviously, if you have played with this vehicle yourself, fellas, feel free to leave the comment down below. It is a very, very, very important bit, because there is plenty of the folks that are still considering, do they want to grind this tank or they don't want to grind this tank. Is it the best choice or it's not the best choice? I personally think it's not, but what do you think? Do you think that I am being too sensitive, or do you think I am fair whenever I'm talking about this tank? Okay. Let's see what we can do. The goal is simple for me. Whenever I play with this tank, I mainly think about playing hold down or side scrapping to the certain extent. By saying to the certain extent, on the paper it looks like you can kind of side scrap, but reality doesn't look as good as paper does. Reality doesn't look as good as paper does. Okay, what is the proper play for us over there? This is the question. Look how long it takes to hit this after you have fired. Crazy, isn't it? It is pretty crazy. What is the right play? I have a feeling that the right play is to make pressure like this. Call me stupid, but I have a feeling that this is the right play. Let's see. Our goal is to slap this T-803. Yup, Tarara, you can get a heart attack. You can get a heart attack with a wild random subscription. Yeah, it's not so simple to aim for this, it's okay. I know that he's reloading significantly faster than we do, and whenever our gun heated, if we are not sticking the gun up the enemy bottom or ass, it is not going to be very enjoyable experience. Hitting cupolas like so, good luck with that. Good luck with this. I am trying to test out how the side scrapping is looking like, you know? That's what I'm trying to see. Is it actually somehow useful, or is it just, you know, yeah, you kind of can side scrap if enemy team is talking with ghosts, you know? This is what I'm trying to figure out. I don't really like the gun handling of this thing. I really don't. Lower plate is humongous. It's getting ammo racked. I'm aware of that. Weird. Straight up weird. Straight up weird. Yeah, I don't dig this tank. I do not dig this vehicle, fellas. I'm trying to play to the best of my ability, don't get me wrong. I am trying to do as much as I physically and possibly can over there. You can see that yourself. Jump on me, jump on me, jump on me. No? Good for you. Good for you. Yeah, the death is coming. It's okay. I mean, in this type of situation, we had literally no team whatsoever, which is kind of sad, but I don't feel like it felt anyhow powerful. You know what I mean? I mean, I have 2,900 damage with a bloody heavy tank in the tier 11. It's rare for me to have games like this, and I felt like this tank is giving me quite some situations this way. And once again, my mission is not to roast any of the tanks. I am just talking for what I see, and I know that, you know, in some games you have no team. I'm aware of that. I truly am, but holy bananas, this tank just hits differently. Anyways, in the grand scheme of things, we did well. We are top by experience, we are top by the damage, tier 11 top damage 3000, oi 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 oi, and we lost 38,000 credits. Nothing to write books about, let's go for more. Okay, round number 3, Siegfried Line standard battle. Let's see what we can do. And by the way, I believe you can see that I'm playing with a standard equipment. I don't want to showcase the tanks for you whenever it is fully pimped up with bond equipment, full gold and whatnot. This is not what I am aiming for. I want to showcase you the tanks, how most of the players are going to play with them. So hopefully this is understandable and hopefully it makes sense, right? I bloody hope so. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, this is not going to be easy penetration, and he's slapping our cupola. So you can kind of can't play hold down to as good extent as I would love to say you can. This cupola is also kind of weak, and I think you can get penetrated with this vehicle straight into the face as well, if I recall it properly. I am trying to figure out, can you actually... It's not brawling, can you play in the short distance, you know? This is what I'm trying to figure out. Ratatata. Okay, trying to focus. Trying to focus as much as we physically and possibly can. Our Ratatata is just simply making hardcore pressure. I'm not sure is it a good idea or bad idea for our Ratatata, with all honesty. Not sure. Okay, beautiful. I am lucky to penetrate Tier 1 cupola. I am very, very lucky to penetrate his cupola. Oh man, we are gaming. We are gaming. Beautiful, we are aiming properly and we are just simply trying to do that. But let's get real, whenever you are fighting against the enemy super heavy tanks, you need to spam the gold. There is no other alternative option, you are just simply... You do not overthink and you just shoot the full gold. That's all you do. And you know, I am instantly comparing this vehicle with T803 And with T803, I feel like, you know, for playing in this position, I would have a godlike DPM. Whenever I would be able to just simply slap the living crap out of every and each enemy without bigger problems whatsoever. With this tank, you are, to a certain extent, getting punished for playing, right? It's weird. But once again, whenever you will tune this tank, you will be able to see that your first heat level is disappearing. So pretty much you're all the time shooting on the level like this. Doesn't matter how much you would do, you are shooting all the time in the level like this. And now pay attention at the reticle, fellas. Reticle is getting smaller now. And look, whenever the tank is cooling down, your reticle is getting even more small, you know? This is like a laser accuracy, if you will, right? Weird mother trucker, but that means somewhere around the corner you are waiting for 30 seconds to have an okay shot or a good shot, you know? That is just, it's not appropriate award for this. I would say that this system is just simply not good, or this mechanic is just simply not good. This is what I think. I said the truth. I said the truth, folks. Okay. How we could get some more use, mi scusi? Okay, Borken Kaffer. We can see the guy playing in the middle. I don't think that we need gold. Wait, relax, take it easy. We are just simply patiently waiting for that. It doesn't look like he is going to peek like this, but you never know. We are just waiting for a split second. Maybe he will be silly enough to make a mistake like this. And we have other Borken Kaffer, so he will try to probably spot him, I assume. This is the moment. This is the moment whenever we are testing out what do we have here around the corner. And we kind of want to see... Oh, very good. We want to slap this guy. Bad shot by me, can't complain. I cannot blame the tank for being stupid myself. It's okay, bad shot. We need to accept our responsibility as well whenever we are messing up. Bad shot by me again, unfortunately, but that's okay. He has found the Hirschkaffer or whatever he found over there, minus 1000 in the face. Good. And we are just simply patiently waiting over there. I have no doubts whatsoever. There is a big chance that we will start taking one for the team from other Borken whenever he will play somewhere here. But I don't really think that at this point in time I can do something. Maybe that wasn't the best position by me, was it? Okay, we can't see anything, unfortunately. And I would really want to say hello for some other trackers here. I truly would love to. Arias, how are Arias is doing? Okay. This is what I want to see. Good, let's try to punish him. Man, I am expecting to hit every and each shot whenever I am fully... Whenever I am just simply fully cooled down. And it's not even... And that it's not even the case, you know? You know what I mean? Or maybe I just simply have too big of the expectations. Either way, everything is okay. He can definitely see my cupola. I have no doubts whatsoever. Beautiful. He took one for the team. That's great. We are slapping him once again. That is okay. We can see another PZT considering about joining the fight. That would be absolutely glorious. It's fine. Our goal is to hold this position. This is our goal. Now we can see this mother trucker sitting in the open field. That basically means we want to slap him. Maybe it's a hit, maybe it isn't. Only time will tell. It's fine. Now, how much use we can get from all of this? This is the question. How much of the use we can get from all of this? T803 is considering to get involved over there. That would be actually half of the trouble for us. Yeah, I really want to get involved. Is he trying to do something nasty or not? Patience, 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 patience. We're just pushing this here one corpse up here up front. That's all we need. We did not hit him before. Yeah. All I can say, fellas, that in my opinion, the Type 71 feels significantly better than this vehicle, okay? That's all I can say. For me, personally, it feels just significantly better. Maybe that's me being special and that's me being stupid, but this is what I feel. And if I feel like it is not really an upgrade, although without being biased, however you would say this properly, I must admit that 480 alpha damage is kind of alright and it is kind of okay. Right? I would not say that it is the worst alpha damage that any heavy tank has. And if all stars are aligned, which is, let's get real, it doesn't happen too often, this mother trucker tank can work. But once again, I am just... Maybe the problem of mine is that I am comparing this vehicle with the top dogs in the field. And if I am comparing it with the top dogs in the field, it just feels like... it just feels weak for this particular reason, right? I think there could be a possibility of that, honestly. I truly believe that this could be a possibility. Borken is farming, good for him, I don't really mind, and now we are going to go straight up for him. And lower plate is kind of big. There is a lot of question marks for me with this tank, that's all there is to say. That's all there is to say, fellas. Or maybe I need to maximize the gun of this tank, ditch all the hard rings, ditch all the turbos, and just try to get maximum use this way. Maybe, who knows. Anyways, he relocated right there. I have no doubts whatsoever that he is sitting next to the red line, and our team will cap the base. Meanwhile, what we could do, we could try to go for a blind shots in this area. I am very, very well aware of that I'm getting spotted here, so pretty much maybe that means he's sitting in this bush over there. And we are feeling quite alright. Once again, there is nothing to panic for us about, we are feeling okay. I hate this mechanic. I hate this mechanic. More I play with this bastard, more I do not like it. More I don't like it. Fellas, I did my best. I honestly did my best, and the performance wasn't even that bad as it was whenever we were live streaming and whatnot. But man, I cannot stand this gun whenever it's not fully heated, if you know what I mean. And by the way, just to let you know, you have seen almost top version over there with a sticky too, but I really wanted to showcase my feelings for this tank and to say that it doesn't feel the greatest, okay? And I know this is not a positive video, I know that. But do you expect me to be lying whenever I see that the tank is just simply not great, at least for me? So yeah. Anyways, it is how it is. No complaints, no regrets. We got 5,500 damage. We are accepting this, and we have minus 10,000 credits, which is completely okay. Now, our performance for today's YouTube video, and with quite a bit of the, let's say, mental damage, was 4,800 damage and 200 assisting damage. Now, I think that it is okay performance for me with this tank, considering it is stock, but I really want to highlight that if we would compare it with a Chinese triangle, right, in the tier 11, I am still playing completely stock with this tank, right? Or almost stock with this tank, and the performance with that vehicle is like a day and night. I'm gaming for 5.8 or 6,000 damage while being stock, you know? So it's just different experience and different ball game. Anyways, to cap everything up and to say, what do I think? I think that STK, at least in my opinion, is the worst heavy out of all tier 11s. I think Ratatate is stronger, Tier 1 is stronger, T803 is stronger, Contriver is stronger, Baza is stronger, BlackRock, I hate this tank with a passion, but I even think BlackRock is stronger, and in Bleedable it's very, very different play style, so that basically makes this tank the weakest one yet. Let me know in the comment section down below. Would you agree with me or would you say that I'm special? Either way, thank you very much for watching. I very much appreciate you. And see you very, very soon. Skill is out for today. Peace.